I'm so struck by when you're engaging in a project of this size, there's always a chance that something might not go right. Were there ever a few moments where you thought, this could end badly?
Yes, there were plenty of those. In fact, the one that I remember the most happened the night before our very first worship service in this building. So there were a handful of us up here, basically just getting the things ready and going through a final walkthrough, when all of a sudden we walked over to where the sound booth was. Now, behind these doors, they were open at the time, and our sound booth was there, and it's carpet. And so somebody walked over here and said, should the carpet be wet? And it was frightening because of the electronic equipment. And not only that, we didn't know where the leak was or where it was coming from. We went through a little bit of investigation to come out and find that there was a conduit in the back that was connected to the phone system, and there was water just gushing up from it. And so immediately we got towels, and Barry and Lisa McDonald came up, and Robin and Janine Phillips, and we got a shop vac. And for almost an hour and a half, I had my hand stuck down in this conduit trying to stop the water, but we still didn't know where it was coming from. This went on and on and on, and finally, after about an hour and a half, what we realized is there had been a rain shower in the afternoon, and one of our workers had left the conduit open out near the street. And because of that, the water was coming in. And if you've ever looked from here, everything runs downhill from the street. And so that's where all this water was coming from. We shot back, I don't know how many gallons of water out of here and basically dried it all up with a towel. And luckily by about 9:30 that night, everything was getting back to normal. But it was a very scary moment in which we began to think, oh my gosh, we haven't even had our first worship service in here, and we're going to have to cancel it because it's of the flood. And yet, thanks to people who were willing to come in there and hang in there with us, we found out what it was. But I will tell you, one of the first things we did on Monday after we had the first worship service was to call our friendly phone company and say, come and cap your conduit.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Oh.